Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did $30,000 in a little under 2 weeks. I did it under 13 days, I believe, with my Contractor Flywheel system. I'm going to show you exactly how to implement it today, show you exact step by step what you need to do. That way you can take it and actually implement it into your business today and see results. So please stick to the end of the video because you need to watch the full thing to see exactly how it works. So let's get into it, okay? So guys, using the Contractor Flywheel system does the following, okay? We're putting you in front of your ICP, your ideal customer profile or your ideal client profile. We're making sure that these people, the most ideal people, are seeing you in your ads and your business. After that, we're creating an offer. If you know Alex Mosey, we're creating an irresistible offer for your market. Rather, you're in the pool building niche, concrete niche, even HVAC niche. We're going to build you a offer that is number one in your market, in your industry, an offer that is equivalent to your ICP that will attract them. It won't attract lower guys. It'll attract the big dogs that we want to be working with. And then again, I'm going to help you craft a CTA, which is your call to action on your ads or on your text messages or in your emails that will make sure that the leads, when leads come in, they're not tire kickers. The leads that come in that know what they need to do and know what the next steps are to work with you in your business, okay? And then once you get these opt-ins, some might self-book a call to work with you, or you're going to get a nice big pool of emails and phone numbers that you're going to have a setter or yourself go and continue to call these leads and book them on appointments. Now, with the Contractor Flywheel, it sits in 5 points, okay? First, we're going to start at point A and we want to get to point B, right? So, what the Contractor Flywheel does is dials in your ICP. So that's the first thing we do is dial in your ICP. Who do we want to market to? It's very different from marketing to a one-man show or a guy with maybe one truck with a team of 2 or 3 to a company that has 6 or 7 trucks on the road that are making $3, $4, $5 million a year. Okay. So we want to know who we're targeting because everything else relies on us knowing exactly who we want to target. Second is your offer. So we create you an offer that is going to be industry leading and basically like whatever niche that you're in, okay? We want to make sure that you have the best offer. That way your ads stick out and your business sticks out and you get the right ICP clicking on your ads. Again, making sure that your offer is congruent with your ICP. It's very important that those two things are like this, okay? Third is ads. So same thing. When we have ICP and offer dialed in, we make sure that your ads show that, okay? So this will come down to how we, what types of things are we showing in the ad? How long is the ad? What kind of tonality are we using in the ad, right? What offers are we running in the ad, right? Which is right here. So everything like that, I help you create the best performing ads. Fourth is setting. Most people think super easy. You just call and you set the appointment. Sure, that part is easy, but what happens after you set the appointment? How do you get these people to actually show up? So this is what I'm telling you. This is where I'm going to be going through our show up rate and how we actually get people to show up on your sales calls. And fifth is closing. I'm going to show you 2 ways to close people. One way is a not good way and one way is a very good way. Okay, so I'll show you guys that at the end of the video, but how you can close at a consistent 30% is making sure that you're using the correct sales tactics on these types of business owners. Again, remember, we're targeting home service businesses. So most of these guys, they're older gentlemen who've done labor their whole life. So it's important that you use the correct sales tactic for that. Okay, guys, so offer on ICP. Very, very simple. In the middle here, I have an example of my agency's offer for my HVAC clients and do's and don'ts here, okay? So basically what I want to say is when you're developing your offer, don't base your offer on your worst case fear. Base your offer on your best case client. And what I mean by this is I've created here, I know that I'm attracting businesses who are probably doing in and around 60 estimates already, okay? So therefore, when they see this ad, they know this is one possible because they're doing it or they're doing close to it. And this is attractive to them. Like, oh, okay, if they're already doing 6, they're going to see this and think, okay, yeah, this guy can double my business. That seems pretty good. 30 days, great. But what most people do is, especially if you're new to the game, you think, oh, well, there's no way. I have no idea if I can book 60 estimates. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to book 10. And the problem is with 10, 10 is probably not congruent with your ICP. So if your ICP, like your most ideal client is a guy doing 5 million a year, well, if he's doing 5 million a year, he's probably getting a lot more than 10 estimates a month, right? So this will be attractive to a lot lower or a much smaller company than the company that you want to work with. Again, making sure that your offer and ICP are congruent with each other. Okay. Like, just think about your ICP and what they're actually doing. And some things to think about is how many jobs are they doing and how many estimates are they getting, right? These are key things to understanding your offer, making sure that it aligns with your ICP. Okay, now for ads, guys. So the ad structure that I use, it's probably somewhat similar to what you see, but there's a few things here that are very key, okay? So first thing is obviously your hook. You want to give them a hook that gives them a reason why they should continue watching your ad. Again, you got to think of the attention span of these types of business owners or really anyone, right? You need to get their attention within the first 30 seconds and also make sure that your ad isn't longer than like a minute, 2 minutes. That's way too long. People are going to click off, right? So important is having a really good hook. Second, it's optional, but I like to add some B-roll. So B-roll, like you kind of see in this thing here, is I put B-roll that aligns with what they're used to seeing. So for instance, my industry is HVAC. So my B-roll was like 3 to 4 seconds of like some HVAC work, right? You don't want to make your B-roll too long. People are going to click off. And you don't want your B-roll to be like something like that looks like marketing or something like that, where again, it just doesn't resonate with them, so they're not going to watch. Again, it's completely optional, but it gives it a nice professional and really good look. Okay. 3 is get your quick client wins. So show what results your clients are actually getting, and then move to the body of the messaging of your ad. So showing, like what you guys do or selling the outcome of what you do, what they can expect, so on and so forth. And then, or again, if you don't have client results, just ignore the client results and just move to exactly what you do and how they can start getting results. Okay. And then lastly is CTA, so your call to action. This is probably one of the most overlooked parts of ads and probably the most important. So a CTA that you don't want to have is, hey guys, click down below to learn more. That's bad. You're gonna get a ton of tire kickers, people who are just browsing, just looking. That's not what you want. You want to dial in the CTA. It needs to be direct and showing a clear, actionable step. So at the end of your ad, it should look something like. So your CTA should look like the following. You should be saying, hey guys, click the link down below and book in a call one-on-one with me. That way me and you can actually look inside of your business and see how this system will work for you, right? When you do something like that, you're giving them you're telling them exactly what's going to happen when they click. Not, hey, just click and hope for the best and maybe you'll learn something, right? That's how you get a bunch of tire kickers and people who don't actually need or want your service. When you give a good action step CTA, the people who come into your basically ecosystem are going to be that much more willing to book a call with you. And that's how you're going to get 50% booking rates out of all of the leads that you collect. Okay. Now, please pause this video. You can take a look at some of these things on how to actually build your ad. But a bonus tip here that I'll give you guys is these types of businesses are looking for other businesses. So they're looking for other legitimate companies that come in and help them. They're not looking for a one-man show. They're not looking for a dude in his, mom's house in their bedroom to do your Facebook ads. They're looking for real businesses, so it's important that you show that in your ads itself, okay? All right, guys, now the fun stuff. This is absolutely my favorite part because this is how you make some money, okay? So the setting and show up for the Contractor Flywheel, okay? Your show up rates will look like this if you do the following of what I tell you, okay? So, let's just get right into it. When you're booking calls, okay, so when you're doing the appointment setting, when you're calling them, so this isn't when they self-book, this is when they've just given you your lead, the lead information, and you're booking them on calls, okay? Yes, you're gonna book them, you're gonna sell them on it, and you're gonna tell them exactly like what they're gonna get, blah blah. But it's what you say after you book the appointment, which is how you get them to actually show up. Most contractors, again, or mostly anyone, if you have a conversation on the phone with someone, they say, hey, yeah, like meet me tomorrow at 3 o'clock on this meeting. It's gonna be Zoom, blah blah. They're gonna like hang up that phone call, go finish what they were doing, or go have lunch, and then completely forget about the conversation that they just had with you, like completely. And you're going to get no-showed every single time. So it's important that what this system does is it gives them tangibles that shows them, hey, this is a real thing. This is a real event that me and you are creating here over the phone talking, that someone's actually going to be on the other end waiting for you. So the way we do that is to, one, get them to confirm that they've received and seen the confirmation email that we send them. And then, as well as, we let them know that they are going to receive reminder text messages. It's important that we let them know this. That way they know, hey, this is a real thing. I'm going to be receiving text messages. And a little bit of a bonus is, if you can make your automated text messages like your reminder text, ask for a response with yes to confirm their appointment. If you get guys who will text yes, it's just that much more commitment that they're having to do that will get them to show up. It's the little signs of commitment, right? Like getting them to confirm the email. Maybe, like, if you have the thing in there where they have to hit accept for the meeting, get them to click accept. Even if they'll never check it, just these little things to get them in their brain to understand that this is a real thing that I'm doing will drastically increase your show up rates. Okay. Like I've said before, you literally have to hold their hand to the sales call. A little tip I have is to send night before text and don't respond until the morning. So this is an example of a night before text. And then, regardless when they respond, if they respond the second later or the morning of, you only going to respond with them in the morning, because it just acts like another reminder. That's a quick bonus. This is what I'm gonna give you guys. You guys implement this, you will see drastic increases in your show up rates. Okay. This is bread and butter. You guys will love this. And it's super easy to implement. Okay. Now, VSL and pre-call. So, guys, I've been in this industry, in the home service niche industry, for a long time, several years now. What I'll tell you, they don't watch VSLs. I know what you're thinking. You've built VSLs. You saw, like you saw Amangachi and a few other guys all make VSLs. Well, with home service guys, right? They're older men. They're labor intensive men their whole life, right? Like that's all they know. They don't watch VSLs. They don't have time. They're busy business owners. They don't watch VSLs. I've tried things like DSLs that do work, which is a deck sales letter, which is basically just like a slideshow. Those work better because they can move them at their own pace. But what I've noticed is, like, they really don't watch them. So I'll do DSLs, or just direct to, like, just letting them directly book. But your pre-call is super important. If you guys aren't using pre-call information or like pre-call material right now, you're missing out on a lot of money, and a lot more closes. Okay. So before I get into how your pre-call should be made, I'll tell you the premise of a pre-call. The premise of the pre-call should be, they watch this video and they're more or less ready to buy. They just need, a few secondary questions answered, and like, how does this work for me, maybe, and then they move forward. Okay. Your pre-call videos should be short and concise. Think of it like an ad. Okay. It can't be super long. So if your pre-call is over like 5 minutes, it's way too long. It needs to be short and concise. And it needs to be your sales pitch without the price. You need to literally show them everything. Show them exactly how they're gonna, like, exactly what you do, how you're gonna get them leads, how you're gonna book them on estimates, and how they're gonna make money. Okay. You need to show them everything. But again, do it tastefully. You don't want to confuse your prospect. Okay. But again, it needs to be your sales switch without the price. And pretty much what I said here, show them exactly what they're going to get. This video should answer all of their questions. What I have here is a simple wheel here of questions. So there's primary questions, secondary questions, objections, and expectations. Primary questions, guys, are things like, hey, like, how do you get leads? Do you advertise? Do you listen to that? And obviously the answer for me would be, I advertise. So a secondary question would be, okay, do you advertise on Facebook or Google? Right? So with your pre-call video, it should completely eliminate all primary questions on what you do. You should never have someone watch your pre-call and come back to your basically sales call and ask, what do you do? It should already be answered. It should be secondary questions, like, like a few secondary questions like, oh, you do this? Oh, can I add, one of my staff members on the CRM that you're providing? Okay, yeah, okay, done, ready to go. Right. And it should really eliminate all objections. I mean, you'll get objections like price objections and things like that your pre-call won't necessarily be able to handle. But your pre-call is going to make these leads the most hottest they could be to actually close. And that's how me and my agency have been able to close at a 30% plus month to month to month. Okay. Now, sales, guys, like I said in the beginning, there's two types of sales that works, and only one types of sales that actually works with home service businesses. And that is logical based selling, or how I like to call it, ROI based selling. Okay. Most people on the internet, if you've joined any course or program, everyone teaches emotional based selling. Hitting the pain points really hard, hitting like their whys and why they need to do this and why now is the time. Yes, you can dig into some pain. You can dig into the why absolutely with home service, or like absolutely with the logical based selling, but not the entire time. They don't care about why they need to send their niece to school and things like you can hit them a little bit, but it's very different from ROI based selling because we're not doing that the entire time. You can use that to pre-frame things. You can use that to get them back on track when they've kind of gone out and started a weird conversation that's like a little bit out of basically category of what you're talking about. So emotional based selling, kick to the curb, it's all ROI. So the things that you need to be doing is one, remember who you're selling to. Exactly like I said, right? We're talking to labor intensive, like basically like business owners, real business owners that want to grow their business. So remember, labormen, they care about results. Show them how they're going to get results. How are you going to get them there? So what do you do? Like basically show them what you do and show them logically, right? Show them logically and does it make sense? We're going to get leads. We're going to get, X amount of leads. We book 30% of those leads and then you close 30% of those, right? Like make sure it logically makes sense to them so that they can make a logical decision. What you want to do with your sales call is make it a no-brainer logically. Because if it's a no-brainer logically, you will get the sale every single time. And one thing, make sure that it wasn't confusing and it was simple and it made sense. The last thing you want to do is start showing charts and CRMs and confusing SOPs because a confused buyer will never buy, right? So it's super important that you do it logically. It's very simple, guys. Very simple. I personally think emotional based selling is a lot harder to learn than logic based selling because if you've got the numbers, you've got the system, you just show it to them, be confident, show yourself that you're the authority, and you'll get the close every time. All right, guys. So something I am super, super excited for that I'm going to be presenting to you right now is my new offer for Agency for Trades. Okay, Agency for Trades. It's not just like a course program, and it's also not just a one-on-one. Okay, Agency for Trades is a full range program where its key job and its key outcome that it's here to do is to get home service marketing agency owners an extra 20K in hidden revenue by installing our Contractor Flywheel without any outreach, no content, and most importantly, which I think you guys are with me on this, no cold approach. So no cold DMs, no cold email, no cold SMS, nothing cold. We're going to have leads coming to you interested in working with you every single time. So I think you guys are going to really enjoy this, okay? There's only one way to do this, right, guys? Trust me, like I've literally tried them all. Agency for Trades is not a do-it-yourself. So it's not just a course that you're going to go through and go implement everything on your own. And what it's also definitely not is it's not a done for you. I can tell a story about some done for you courses or I guess programs I've been a part of or services I've been a part of. And I realized that they weren't very good. Having someone put their hands into your business who don't fully understand your ICP or what you're trying to do is not the way to go. So having someone do your emails for you or do your ads for you, I'm telling you, there's no better person to do it rather than you because you have the knowledge of the person you're trying to attract. Yes, there's skill with, filming and things like that. Those types of done for you, sure. But if it's anything like ads, emails, copywriting, like you're going to be the best person to do it. You just need the assistance. So that's where Agency for Trades comes in. It is a done with you approach. So again, it's not a program where you just take it, consume it, and go do it yourself. Me and you will sit one-on-one every single week, maybe even multiple times a week, and build your business together. So we'll go through everything that you need to do in order to hit 20K, 40K, 50K, 70K plus a month. We build it together. It's not something you go and do it yourself. Me and you sit down and literally build it together because I've done it before. You come on with me, we do it together and actually scale you there that much quicker. This way you completely avoid the trial and error because doing it yourself, there's still lots of trial and error. And even done for you, I'm telling you, if you haven't done it already, I'm telling you, there's still even errors and done for you. Okay. So guys, that's everything. There's really only like two ways you can go from here. You can be, person one who takes all this content from this video and even everything else on my Instagram and the rest of my YouTube videos, and will go out and implement this on yourself, which you are more than capable of doing. And, kind of going through the trial and error of what works and what doesn't work. Because again, like, you can consume all these videos and definitely see success. Like I've got guys who are making money just by watching my YouTube, but how fast you want to do that will vary on your skill level and how quickly you can grasp certain concepts. Or you can be person number two, who will click the link down below this video, book in a one-on-one call with me, where I will actually see if this contractor flywheel will even work for you. And if it does work for you, and I see it's a good fit, me and you can work together one-on-one, just like how I just mentioned. So that way you can skip all the trial and error, see results quicker. I can oversee everything, every piece of content or any ad or creative that you build and make, or I can even help you build and create these things yourself, and funnels and everything like that, help you with sales, everything like that the first time around. That way you're not going, again, the whole trial and error. We will see results that much quicker. So again, guys, if that's you, click the link down below, book in your call one-on-one. Looking forward to speaking with you. See you guys later.